Sure, Musa. Just Siasama from Sunday World. Just as a group, how delighted are you to have Isa Shalibu back in the town, and how much of a great timing is his return, given the fact that you played the two swords of giants in the space of 3 days?
I think having Peter is a blessing for us as a team, and it's like for every player. Every player is important in our squad, and we're very lucky to have him back, and it just increases the options that we have up front. And you know him, when every game that he plays in, and he try to make sure that he gets a goal, and that's what we want. Like the coach was saying earlier, that when we were in Tanzania, what he complained about was we were not ruthless enough up front, and I think having one extra option up front will increase our chances of being more ruthless up front.
Willis covered, the question was asked. Thank you very much. Good afternoon. When the coach spoke about you, the demands that he wants from you and the players, you nodded your head in agreement to what he said. Can you just list some of those demands that he wants? And secondly, your improvement as a player ever since working under Coach Ruan. Thank you.
I won't finish today. The demands. It's a lot, but the most important part is being better than we were the previous day. Every game that we play, like going to the game now, we need to play better than we played the previous game. So he always tries to push us to our limits, and we appreciate that as players. It makes us better. And what was your second question again?
The improvements that you've had.
Oh, there's quite a lot. I've learned a lot. Like the game has evolved so much that it's no more about positions anymore. So there's a lot to mention, to be quite frank, and yeah.
Musa, just how complex and challenging or entertaining, whatever word you want to use, to play this chameleon football the coach is talking about. You don't know if you're left back, centre back, defensive midfielder, sweeper. You know what I mean? So, is it fun? Is it challenging? Is it annoying?
Yeah, so yeah, man. In the beginning, we didn't understand it. Yeah, but the more he explained it to us, the more we trained it, and we actually started to get it. And it's confusing for the opposition, but it's really nice for us because we play pictures, we play what we see around us. So we understand it. The whole team understand it. So I would say it's exciting to play it.
Yeah, but tell them you call me crazy behind my back. So.
No, but I tell you your face.
Musa, from Newsroom Africa. For the fans, especially this week when you're facing Soweto Giants, it's a personal matter. Is it similar for you guys, especially in that player space? As coach was mentioned earlier, that this is a week where a conversation will be completed in terms of football supremacy in the country, is who the best team. Is it as personal as this for the fans outside when we're going on and facing the Soweto Giants, especially in the space of this week?
Yeah, I think for us the most important part is to win the game. We work very hard at training. We try to make sure that every game that we play, we respect it, and we make sure that our supporters are happy. So we don't really. How do I put this? Like I said, we just play every game. We just take it one game at a time, try to make sure that we get the maximum points if it's a league game, and if it's a cup game, we make sure that we go to the next round. That's all, man. That's what we do.
Mr. Katejo from the Citizen, the coach mentioned the Mosa Lebusa factor. Obviously, you guys also talked about Peter Shamil being back for you guys, but how do you plan for a player that's on form like that, and
that something that you guys think about heading into the game, or was it more focusing on the overall team of Orlando Pirates?
Yeah, well, first of all, I think he's in an unbelievable form, and I think it's good for the country. But we focus more on the team. You know, we'll try to make sure that maybe we cut the supply to him, and make sure that we don't give him a chance. But we focus mainly more on the team as a whole, not individuals.
You relish that battle as a player coming up against a player that's on form like this as a defender?
Yeah, it's nice, you know, I mean, having to be tested against a person that's really high in form, you know, it makes you like be on a very high concentration level, and you have to be on your toes all the time. But I think the whole team has to be on toes. I mean, it's a big game, the game of that magnitude. Everyone wants to play that game, and hopefully we win.
Mosa, just a slight follow-up to that question about the focus. I mean, we all know that Coach Rani was the man behind giving the likes of Mosa Lebusa, the Academies, the Nyanis, and Pirates, and he has got so much info on those players. Their highs, their lows, their positives, negatives into the game. How much do you guys rely on, especially as defenders, when you get a guy like Lebusa, that the coach, you know, expects you to actually go out and do what he tells you based on what he knows? How important is that aspect of the game, having to get relevant information from the men who actually help them to progress to where they are?
Yeah, it's very important. I mean, he spoke earlier about watching little details of every player. So that's what we do when we do videos. Like he underlines even some of the things that we don't pick up. So I think it helps us a lot when we go into the game, and we get to know more about the player, because luckily he worked with him, and he was telling us a little bit more about him, and we kind of have a picture of what we're up against, and that will help us a lot.
Two last questions from the left or Mosa?
Thank you. Mosa, you've been here for about 5-6 years, and you've played with some incredible defenders. Mosa Lebusa, the Cemento, and now this current group of defenders in this team, Toby, Grant, yourself, and AB, the center defenders. How incredible are they, and how easy do they make it for you when you're on the pitch?
Yeah, all of them, they are amazing players, and I think the most important thing is, as a player, you have to know who you're playing with. You know, I think all of them that you mentioned, I know their strengths and their weaknesses. So I know if I play with this one, I have to keep high line. If I play with this one, I have to play in a certain way. So yeah, these very good players. I think very lucky to have such players, and it's exciting to play with them.
So Chad from CBC Sport. Just how difficult is it? You know, you've been here through all the successes, winning the league 6 times in a row, a couple of cups, the Champions League sort of evaded you guys. But how difficult is it to, you know, just continue chasing that improvement? Because as human beings, we always want, you know, tangible success, trophy or something in our hands to show, you know, we are winning. But how difficult is it to chase that improvement, that little bit of details that the coach always emphasizes, you guys doing your corrections? How difficult is it to just focus on that with, you know, the bigger scheme of things being wanting to win trophies, wanting to, you know, win that evasive second Champions League, match by match, especially when, you know, it's a league game and we're so early in the season?
Yeah, it's very difficult, but luckily we have a good coach who's always behind us, always making us, you know, always push us. And last season when we got knocked out, we fell down, but I think this season again we have to keep on trying. I think the most important part is to keep on trying again, even when you feel like you don't want to do it anymore, but just keep on going, and who knows, maybe someday the door will be open, the one we keep on knocking on. So I still feel our time is coming. We just have to work hard, keep persevering, and yeah, we'll get there.
If you had a question for the coach earlier on, Yaram Lefi.
Oh,
I don't know if you still want to ask his or the coach.
Yeah, maybe. Coach, Orlando Stadium after the lights is an important match for Sundowns fans, and you can tell it's important for also Pirates because Jose arrested 9 players in Botswana the other day, so meaning shows his intentions that it's a big game for him. Coach, what are the in terms of mentally, what are the intangibles that the players might need to bring because it's a big match, because like you also want to keep your unbeaten record. They also, if they lose the match, they I think they're 11 points behind you. They slip further behind you in the league. So what are the intangibles that maybe the players need to bring to make sure that you get all the points?
I love the question. I honestly love the question. I feel that if the question was about another opponent, I would go into so much detail in answering it. But it's so difficult for me to answer that question with us having to play Pirates. It's very, very difficult, and for many reasons, you know, and one of those is the respect that I have for the football club and for the chairman, and of course some of the players that I worked with, and the love that I get from some of the Pirate supporters still, but also I don't want to talk too much about that because I've also got a responsibility as a Sundowns coach to show respect to this incredible football club, to show respect to our unbelievable supporters that come in numbers and sing and beat the drum and support this magnificent group of players. So what we will do is pitch. And I think that's as far as I can go in answering the question. Is the intangible is that we will pitch, we will show up.
On that note, thank you, Coach.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys. Drive safe, man.